all that I have accomplished. That can never disappear.
Detenerlo, no, que se ha juzgado. Que todo el mundo sepa lo que ha hecho aquí el desgraciado este.
You will answer for your crimes in court.
But I'll be out soon. My colleagues will understand the importance of my work.
We shall see about that.
Petarte no, tío. Que te quemen en la hoguera, cabrón. Carta de otro doctor al doctor Asili. Vial de polvos oscuros. Hallado en el cofre del doctor Asili. Estos polvos deben de ser importantes para sus experimentos. Si los analizáramos, podríamos descubrir de qué se trata exactamente. Pues... me da miedico, ¿eh? Carta de otro doctor, vale. He conseguido que el joven gobernador de Nueva Sirín y su prima se tomen la poción que me envió. He tenido mucho cuidado, tal y como me ordenó. Nadie más la ha tocado. Sin embargo, debo admitir que su petición me ha parecido algo inusual y peligrosa. Somos aliados de la congregación y me temo que no se tomarían bien a nuestra implicación en lo que podría considerarse un envenenamiento. Espero que en el futuro lleve a cabo este tipo de misiones usted mismo en vez de arriesgar la vida de sus colegas.
I can't believe it. Constantine's malachor was caused by Asili. The potion we were made to drink when we landed on the island was contaminated. How dare he do such a thing? And why?
Flipa, tío. El nuevo engranaje. Flipando, tío. En nombre de la ciencia, dice. En nombre de la ciencia, la verdad. Agüita. Chiquito loco. Chiquito puto loco, tío. Vamos a liberar a los prisioneros, anda. Que me está dando puto asco de estar aquí. Chiquito loco, colega. Madre mía, chiquito perturbado. What the fuck? What the fuck this?
Thank you. Thank you. We owe you our lives.
Just a little more patience. I still have to release the other prisoners.
Hasta los nautas, tío. Flipa, Chiquita ida de pinza, Chiquita ida de pinza. Hasta los nautas, O sea, dime tú qué coño tienen que ver los nautas. Ah, bueno, los nautas tampoco son infectados, ¿no? Claro. Digo, a ver, me refiero, claro, desde el punto de vista del loco este, ¿no? Pero no es que esté de acuerdo con esa historia.
May the grass be forever soft under your feet. I thought I was losing my mind in this cage.
I must release the other prisoners. You'll be out soon.
Vale. Vamos entonces a por los que quedan aquí. Aquí están los otros.
Now that they are free, we must help the prisoners escape this place.
If they leave through the city, Hikmet guards will arrest them.
So we have to find another way to get them out.
Vale, por la salida del bosque. Entonces... Vale, por el pasadizo aquel. Pero esta gente sabrá llegar ahí. No tengo que hablar con ellos antes. Para guiarlos o algo. Para que me sigan. A ver, si hablo con ellos. No me deja hablar. Oye, pues no me deja hablar y desde fuera. Tampoco. Nada, tengo que llegar ahí donde me indica la marca entonces. Y me imagino que se reunirán allí, será el punto de reunión. Ah, el engranaje, claro. Ya pillé el engranaje para que puedan escapar todos por aquí.
We just have to clear the way.
Ahí está el engranaje, tenemos que... Vale. Alguien se había cargado el engranaje de la puerta. Lo colocamos, abrimos y ya que escapen todos.
Let's go. I found a way out of the city, but be careful. You are weakened and creatures roam these tunnels. I will lead the way.
He ido a escapar a los prisioneros. Vale, estos son todos. Pues nada. Se quedan ahí esperando a que pasemos las cosas. Ya está pasado, no quiero que hayan respameado otra vez, pero vamos. Todo es posible. A ver. No. Entonces genial. Vale. Pues nada, llegar hasta el fondo entonces, hasta la salida y poco más.
There you are. You're free.
You have saved our lives. How can we thank you?
We will never forget what you have done for us on Almenawi.
Yes, we will always be grateful.
We are not very far from the Hikmet outpost. You will have to be careful.
I know how to reach the port without being seen.
Perfect. As for you, you should take refuge in Vikshadi. You will be safe there, but you need to avoid the Alliance patrols.
We'll get there. Qua awalen segven.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade, and to what do I owe this honor?
Vale. ¿Le revelamos lo descubierto?
I have been to Asili's laboratory, and what I discovered was abominable. Hundreds of poor souls tortured. Victims of horrifying experiments. There were so many dead that a pit had been dug to burn the bodies.
How horrifying. I cannot believe it.
The natives were not the only victims of these crimes. There were also a number of Nauts.
Nauts? Pardon me for doubting you, but do you have proof of what you say? And have you brought Dr. Asili to me so he may answer these accusations?
Of
Yes,
course.
we captured him.
Really? Very well. I will ensure that he is judged as quickly as possible. What was done with the prisoners that were being held in the laboratory?
They were freed. The Donea Eggs-Regau are satisfied and should call off their attack.
What a relief. Finally, some good news. How can I repay you?
By allowing me to take part in the trial proceedings. What I saw merits justice, and I fear that the accused will find a great many defenders amongst his fellow savants.
It is a rather novel request, but granted. I shall inform the prosecutor. Let us remember that the madness of a man should not cast a shadow upon the greater sum of his work. His research is perhaps our only chance of discovering a remedy. Would you like to speak with me about any other subjects?
Ofrece la ayuda al fiscal.
I have to go. Look forward to seeing you again.
Farewell, my lady.
Pues pensaba que se acababa aquí, pero no, la cosa sigue, ¿eh? La cosa sigue, ¿eh? Así que vamos a participar en el juicio. Maravilloso. Me gusta la idea. Un poquito de justicia popular no viene mal. Venga, a ver ese fiscal, si no está comprado. Y si está comprado, de ser así, tendrá que responder ante nuestros mandobles. Que no sé, vamos por aquí. Esta ciudad no me la conozco, la verdad. Para nada, de hecho le he estado muy poco en ella. Vale, aquí está el fiscalillo, a ver, ¿qué nos cuenta? Ah, la fiscal,
Hello. To whom do I have the honor of speaking?
Desarde. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation. Governor Burren told me to pay you a visit.
Oh. It is you who arrested Dr. Asili and must help me prepare the trial.
Exactly.
Excellent. We will have lots to do if we want the doctor to pay for his crimes. The accused has a lot of support. Any evidence and testimonies you can gather will be useful.
We'll have no problem gathering witnesses. His laboratory cells were full of them.
We will call them to the witness box, of course. But be aware that if the victims are natives, their words will unfortunately not carry much weight here.
There were also some Nauts. Perhaps I can also convince some of the doctor's colleagues to talk.
Their testimony will be crucial. The word of other scholars is likely to be the only thing that condemns him. That plus any material evidence you can gather.
I picked up a strange powder in the laboratory. A substance that I've not been able to identify.
You should show it to an alchemist. We need to know what it is to be able to use it.
These documents describe Dr. Asili's work, as well as the horrible experiments he was performing.
Perfect. I will read them in detail. We will no doubt find something to support my prosecution.
I have found a letter proving that Dr. Asili voluntarily transmitted the Malachor to my cousin, Constantin d'Orsay. I would like to add that I too was a victim of this poisoning.
Did the accused try to take the life of the governor of New Serene? This is an extremely serious crime.
Indeed. He saw my cousin and me as the ideal control group to prove his theories. And no humanitarian or diplomatic consideration could put a stop to his ambition.
This letter alone is crucial proof. I will put it on our file.
Do we have any chance of winning?
Yes, I am rather confident. You have provided overwhelming evidence. But if we had witnesses, we would have an even bigger chance of winning.
I will return to you soon. The Norts should be at the port, and the islanders had to take refuge in Vigshardir. As for the scientists, they said they would go back to the governor's laboratory. I should give this powder to someone who can tell me what it is.
Vale, aquí en esta ciudad hay una alquimista, si no me equivoco, ¿no? Vale, vamos a hablar con Afra primero.
Desarde, I'm happy to see you. Can I do anything for you?
Su maestro.
I would like you to tell me about Asili.
I was expecting you to come and see me about this. What would you like to know?
Experimento.
Were you aware of Dr. Asili's experiments?
In part, yes. That's why I chose not to be his student any longer.
Why not say anything?
Because I never thought he would go so far. Over time, he became more and more cruel. I found his approach brutal. As if by meeting the natives it deprived him of all humanity. He spoke of them as test subjects, never as people. But there was a time when he was the greatest doctor and scientist in the Alliance. And I clung on to that memory.
You do know that you were captured thanks to him?
Yes, but I thought the natives wanted to trade us merely as prisoners of war. I was blind. And stupid. I regret it terribly.
Vale, opinión sobre los excesos.
Do you think, as your master does, that science justifies all sacrifices?
No. I may have believed that at one time, without of course ever imagining that we'd resort to such cruel treatment. But Dunkus, you and Siora have opened my eyes to the limits of science. To worship it as we do in the Alliance does not make us better than Teleme.
Necesidad de un método así.
In your opinion, were the horrors practiced in this laboratory necessary for his research?
No, even if he was convinced of it. General interest outweighs the suffering of a few individuals. He wanted results quickly, to the point of neglecting slower, more humane methods. I hope we'll succeed in ensuring these experiments never happen again.
Vale, le pedimos que participe en el juicio.
Would you be willing to testify against Dr. Asili during his trial?
Of course. I was going to talk to you about that. I want to convince my colleagues that we must give up these kind of methods. And even if it costs me dearly, I want my master to pay for what he did. Anything else?
Nada.
I must leave you.
Vale. Nice. Bueno, ¿qué tenemos que seguir haciendo entonces? A ver, consultemos el diario. Convence a un nota de que testifique, vale. Reúnete con los supervivientes en vale. Interroga a los investigadores en el laboratorio de XVII-XVIII. Vale, convence a un nauta. Pues nada, vamos a ver. Nauta. Vale, están ahí en el muelle. Los investigadores. Bueno, pues se puede hacer todo básicamente en esta ciudad. Así que por esa parte es genial. Pero joder, empieza bien la historia. Me acuerdo sí que nada más desembarcar llegaron unos médicos de esta gente con las caretas esas tan peculiares que llevan, como de pajarraco, y nos dieron una poti, una especie de brebaje que supuestamente era para prevenir las enfermedades de aquí, y resulta que nos estaban dando a prueba la Malicor, ¿no? Y claro, y en realidad era todo parte del experimento del zumbado aquel. Y entonces el tipo, como sabía que nosotros teníamos la marca de aquí de los Olmenawi, que íbamos a ser inmunes, pues nos hizo la prueba, ¿no? Evidentemente Constantin enfermó y nosotros no. Bueno, vamos a pedirle a esta investigadora que... Era esta, ¿no? Sí.
I never thought I'd see you here again. Why are you still free?
Dr. Honor made sure that I was set free. He needed my help. What do you want?
Preguntarle por su trabajo aquí. Vale, vamos a preguntarle por todo su trabajo aquí.
What is your purpose here?
I helped Dr. Honor to understand the research of my former master. He's the one who became his successor.
I do hope that he doesn't use the same methods.
Of course not.
What about your other colleagues? What's become of them?
They felt guilty. They stopped their experiments and returned to Al-Sad.
Vale, reputación del doctor actual.
What do other scholars think of Dr. Asili, now that his actions have been revealed for all to see?
Most still admire him greatly. He was the greatest amongst us, you know? They didn't witness what was happening in the lab, and they have little interest in the natives. For them, the main problem is political, given that the war against the rebels cost us dearly. Until they understand the horrors that happened there, they will not have any moral issues.
Vale. Vamos a mostrarle los polvos.
I discovered this strange powder in one of the laboratory's chests. Do you know what it is?
I did see the doctor using it once or twice, but I don't know what it is. But I can study it for you if you want. I have the tools that will allow me to do so here.
So, what is it?
It is a quintessence of black blood. Probably created using the blood of numerous patients. The doctor managed to harness the very concept of the Malachor in this powder. A single pinch ingested by someone would be enough for them to be afflicted by the disease. With the quantities that you brought me, hundreds of people could be contaminated. It's terrifying. I cannot believe Asili would do such a thing. Here, these are my notes. I wrote down all the details of my experiments, as well as my conclusions.
Thank you. I will relay them to the prosecutor.
Vale, por lo menos ha ayudado. ¿Pedirle que testifique?
Are you prepared to testify against Dr. Asili?
I would like to say no. You had me thrown in prison, and without Dr. Honor's intervention, I would still be there. But I can't stop thinking about what we did in that laboratory. I think only by testifying will I ease my conscience.
Thank you. Your story could change the outcome of this trial.
Maravilloso. Maravilloso.
I must leave you.
Vale.
What she saw working alongside Asili obviously upset her. She will make an excellent witness.
Pues sí. ¿Podemos hablar con este tío? No. Bueno, aquí habrá otro, ¿no? Doctora Nur, interrogar a los investigadores. A ver si hay más gente por aquí. ¿Algo que lootear? ¿No? Vale. No me está gustando mucho este domicilio. Poco loot. Bueno, tú nada, tú tampoco. A ver aquí. Documentos de investigación viejos del Dr. Honor. Este archivo contiene notas del Dr. Honor. Por lo que entiende de sus bocetos y notas, intentaba descubrir cómo se contaminaban los pacientes y se centró en el agua que podrían haber ingerido. En el archivo puedes ver unas palabras que escribió sin duda el Dr. Asili diciendo: una investigación totalmente inútil, abandonada, Honor. Tenemos cosas mucho mejores que hacer. A través del agua. Qué curioso. Podría ser. Ese otro investigador tiene pinta. Ah, no, este es el Dr. Honor, vale. Hostia, este no era el de las potis, es el de...
Dr. Honor.
Ah, pues sí, mira. Este no era el de las potis de ahí, ¿no? De Sirin.
What is your role and what is your research topic?
I'm in charge of the governor's laboratories. My main research concerns the Malachor, of course. Above all, we searched for a way to reduce the suffering of the sick.
What were you looking for?
Now that we have access to my colleague Asili's work, it gives us hope of finding a cure.
So the crimes he committed while conducting his work do not concern you?
He will be judged for that. But it would be a shame for him to have done all this for nothing.
Vale, preguntarle por la reputación del doctor.
What do you think of Dr. Asili now that you've learned how he conducted his research?
Well, obviously the few excesses he has conceded himself are unfortunate, but he remains the greatest scientist that the Alliance has ever known. His work has had a profound effect on science. It seems quite unfair to me to reduce his life's work just to what he has done lately.
If I understand correctly, you will be one of his defenders.
Naturally. I don't deny that he made a terrible mistake, but he meant well. And he was probably acting on behalf of our helplessness to combat the Malachor.
Pues, hombre, con lo que tenemos nosotros ahora mismo no podemos hacer gran cosa. Pedirle que testifique en contra.
Would you agree to speak at the trial? Your influence could be crucial.
Oh, but I already intended to give a statement. His lawyer came to find me.
So you were ready to defend a man who used torture and murder to advance his research?
Indeed, because I think the entire work of a scientist should not be judged on a single mistake. It is obvious that he should not have used such methods, but Asili has never been very political. I doubt he understood the implications of his actions.
So you're saying the only problem in this case is political?
Essentially, yes. The war he nearly caused could have been expensive for our governor and the city, but let's not fool ourselves. No tears will be shed over the fate of a few of those bloodthirsty savages.
Hostia, los chiquitos enfermos, tío. Alimentar su orgullo, hablar sobre su investigación abandonada, pedir la ayuda de Afra. Alimentar su orgullo, intuición 3, venga, a ver, éxito.
You have obviously taken his place since his arrest. I understand that you admired him a lot, but under his tutelage you could not really impose your own ideas. Well, now you finally have a chance to leave your own mark on history.
You were not wrong, but I find it rather unlikely that he will be sentenced.
I have gathered a lot of damning evidence against him, and with your testimony,
I could finally publish my research on fountain contamination. Very well, you've convinced me. I will now testify for the prosecution. It is true that it's time to turn the page and leave his cruel methods.
Thank you, Doctor. Dr. Honor is an influential scholar. His testimony would convince the judges.
Chiquita rata, colega. Increíble, cómo se vendió, colega, madre mía. Dios, chiquita rata de alcantarilla. Alucina, cómo se les va la pinza, Vale, entonces nos faltaría el nauta y poco más, ¿no? Ah, bueno, habría que ir también a por los testigos de la aldea aquella, ¿no? Espérate, esta parte no será de los nautas, ¿no? Estaré yo aquí haciendo un allanamiento, claro. ¿Qué pasó, tío? ¿Quiénes son estos, tío?
Is everything all right?
Once again, thanks to you. These people wanted to kill me.
They certainly wanted to prevent you from testifying at the doctor's trial.
The doctor will be judged. I suppose you'd like me to testify about how we suffered.
Indeed. If you do not fear another attempt on your life by these men.
Don't worry. I won't put up with intimidation. From now on, my people will watch over me until I can testify. And I intend to witness the execution of our torturer. You can count on me.
Thank you. Your word will be crucial during the trial.
Hostia, tío, hasta contratando asesinos y todo. Para meterse a los testigos. What the fuck, tío. Chiquita mafia, agüita. Y está ahí parado, a gusto, fumándose un purito. Y está ahí parado, fumándose un purito rey. Mientras petan a la colega. Está bien. Qué pena que no lo hubiesen puesto literalmente fumando, tío. Bueno, a ver, nos falta entonces hablar con... ¿no? Reúnete con los supervivientes en tal. Vale. Pues nada, vamos a nuestra residencia. Si podemos llegar un poquito por aquí. Fue por donde saltamos. Vale, por aquí está el castillaco y por aquí está nuestro domicilio. Ay, coño, carreta esta. Me gustó este juicio, tío, me gustó. Tuvo la Simpático, tío. Vale, no tiene municiones.
Hey! You are the Anolmenawi who freed us. We managed to reach Vikshadir.
They told me what you did for them, Renaikse. Well done. I was able to give them the care they needed. Some wounds will take time to heal, but they are safe thanks to you.
I'm happy to see that they're better.
But you didn't come here for that, did you?
No, I came to ask for your help. The doctor who captured and tortured you is about to be tried for his crimes. He has a lot of support among his people. He is a respected man despite what he did. If we don't have testimony from some of his victims, he will surely be released.
I want him to die, but I'm afraid to go to the Royan city. And how can we trust you? We know what you did to the Donea ex-Regao.
Going to the Lion City will surely be risky. But I am confident. Anolmenawi saved us.
There is a solution. Will you swear on the spirits of your ancestors that they will not be hurt?
Yes. We only want to hear the story of what happened to them, and what they saw there.
Remember your promise. And remember that your ancestors will chase you in anger if you do not keep it.
I will not forget.
Fine. If you seek revenge on the man who hurt you, you can go with her. You have heard his oath, as have I.
You'll have our words. We'll go to the Grand City and tell our story.
And the Mad Lion will die for causing so much harm to our people.
May the earth engulf him. You can return to Hikmet. I'll make sure they get there in good health.
Thank you, Tienahak, and thank you all. I blame myself for forcing these poor people back to the city where they've suffered so much.
My people are strong and proud. They will not be afraid to speak in front of your judges for justice.
Me parece fantástico. Déjame robarle unas cuantas pertenencias aquí a tu amiga. Y nos vamos, ¿vale? No tienes nada más por aquí, ¿no? Vale. Bueno, vámonos. Venga. Vamos a informar a la fiscal entonces. A ver si no nos hacen una emboscada en medio de la ciudad. Tiene pinta de ello. Vale, municiones de la buena. 8 tiracos. Y venga, vámonos. Porque últimamente cuando tiro de viaje rápido... Vale, de noche. Esto quiere decir que puede haber fiestuki por aquí. Puede haber fiestuki de la buena por aquí. Aquí, de hecho. Vale, listo. Ya están todos listos de papeles. Thank you. Thank you so much. So much. Como dice mi colega en andaluz, thank you so much. Con la Z, tío. Lo dice todo con la Z, tío. Joder. No, y nosotros tampoco podemos quejarnos porque seamos hasta... Bueno, vamos directos entonces. Hostia, pues sí que pasó rápido, ¿no? Me da la impresión de que en esta ciudad transcurre el tiempo más rápido que en otras, ¿eh? No sé por qué. Ah, era por aquí, ¿verdad? Sí. Vale, ya lo tenemos todo para el juicio.
You have returned, Your Excellency. Do you have any news on our matter?
Vale. Hablar sobre el concentrado de sangre enferma.
An alchemist studied the powder that we found in the laboratory. Apparently, it's some kind of concentrate made from the blood of several patients with the Malachor. It seems that less than a pinch of this powder is enough to contaminate whoever consumes it. There's enough here to make a small town sick.
A terrifying thought. I will add the analysis and this powder to the evidence on record. You have gathered overwhelming evidence. The defense will have a hard time saving the accused. I think we can go to trial with confidence now.
Empezar el juicio, hablar sobre los testimonios, los
A
nautas.
Naut victim of Dr. Asili agreed to testify at the trial.
Excellent. This kind of testimony will certainly rattle his defense.
Vale, los insulares.
The islanders will testify at the trial. Their injuries will surely convince the judges.
Indeed. But do bear in mind that the islanders are not highly regarded in Hikmet.
Los eruditos.
I managed to convince the scientists in the governor's laboratory to speak in our favor.
Excellent. These are not direct witnesses, but if they denounce the doctor, we are sure to be heard.
I even got a testimony from one of Dr. Asili's colleagues.
Perfect. That will convince our scientists, and you know how important they are in Hikmet.
Y Afra.
Afra, one of Dr. Asili's former students, has agreed to testify.
Excellent. This woman is very respected by the governor. Her statement will carry a lot of weight.
Empezar el juicio.
Will the trial begin soon?
It seems to be the right time. Excellent investigation work. I think we have every chance of winning.
Where will the trial be held?
At the palace. I regret to inform you that you will not be able
What
to
the fuck?
attend. However, I'm sure the governor will keep you informed of the outcome of the proceedings.
Madame, congratulations. The trial was exemplary. Asili's madness was exposed to the entire world. And you have demonstrated the horror of his methods.
Thank you, Excellency. But all praise should be showered upon Lady de Sade. The evidence she supplied was irrefutable.
It was necessary that you hear the victims, in order to understand the extremities to which your science has taken you.
Come now. One cannot conclude that science was guilty here.
Not science, but the savants were. It is never right to set aside humanity in the name of the common good. No knowledge justifies killing or torture.
Your words are wise, and I promise to remember them.
You have not always shown yourself a man of impeccable judgment, Excellency.
We are all, from time to time, victim of our own blind enthusiasm, that is true. But this trial has shaken my usual resolve. It may very well change the course of history.
Más 5 con la alianza de puente. Vale. A ver, tenemos nuevas adquisiciones por aquí. Nada, no me interesa. Botica. Ah. Nada, chusta. Chusta por aquí. Pecho. Nada. Casco. Tenemos uno que me mejora, pero necesito Constitución 3 que no la tengo. Armas que puedan mejorar algo, tampoco. Venga, vámonos. Por cierto, el estado de nuestras reputaciones, ¿cómo van? Congregación de mercaderes sospechosa y guardianes de la moneda sospechosa. Bueno, está claro que esas repos no las vamos a conseguir de ninguna forma, así que... Pero el juego está diseñado así, ¿no? Para que... De momento tenemos 3 repos, ¿no? Acompaña a Afra a la ejecución. Ah, mira, vamos a ver la ejecución entonces a este tío. ¿Está fuck?
Afra, are you certain that you want to attend this?
I do not want to attend. I must.
Dr. Asili, you have been found guilty of all accusations brought against you. In consequence, the Bridge Alliance Tribunal condemns you to death. Do you have any final words?
You treat me like a monster. But how many times have you stayed your own hands? So close to the goal to finally find a remedy, you would have done as I. What do a few lives mean when the future of all humanity hangs in the balance? You are nothing more than idiots, incompetents, and you, Baron, are the greatest hypocrite of all. You know that I am right.
Executioner, earn your pay.
You know that I am right.
Bueno, una vez llegados aquí ya, vamos entonces a... Convence a la Guardia de la Moneda. Almirante Cabral, convence a los nautas. Vale, vamos primero a por el Almirante Cabral. A conseguir el apoyo de los nautas. Después a la Guardia de la Moneda. Y por último, pues... vamos al refugio de Constantine, al escondite.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
Bueno, pedirle la alianza.
I have come to ask for your help, Admiral. My cousin has been plunged into madness, and he apparently wishes to conquer the whole island. He took control of many creatures by reenacting rituals he learned from the islanders. And now he uses them to attack the cities and villages of those he considers to be his rivals.
A difficult situation, admittedly, but one that does not concern us. Who's in charge of the island is none of our business, Desarde, and you know that.
It actually does concern you. If my cousin takes control of the island, soon there will be no ports where your ships can berth. He's not looking for political influence. He desires power. Absolute power.
I see. It's a decent argument. So what now?
We must stop him at all costs. And for that, I will need allies. I already have the support of other factions, but I was hoping I could count on the help of the Nauts.
You can. My men aren't really used to fighting on land, but they will be by your side. You have proven time and time again that we can trust you.
Thank you, Admiral.
May the winds be in your favor, Desarde. You'll need all the help you can get.
Oye, pues todavía tengo esperanza de poder conseguir el apoyo de los guardias de la moneda. Porque les hace falta. Bueno, la verdad es que están en una posición delicada debido a, ¿no?, al intento de golpe de estado en las diferentes ciudades. Entonces, con lo cual no creo que se arriesguen ahora a otro movimiento así que ponga en duda por segunda vez pues la confianza de la gente en ellos, ¿no? Entonces sospecho que igual se van a negar, no por nada en especial, sino por eso en concreto. Pero vamos, yo tengo asumido que esta facción y Teleme nos costó caro el tema de no avisarles del ataque de los insulares. Así que bueno, a ver. ¿Con quién puedo hablar yo aquí? Un segundito, a ver. Voy a salir a ver si me indica dónde está eso. Convence a la Guardia de la Moneda. Pues como no sea con este tío directamente. A ver.
Your Excellency, I'm glad to see you. It seems there has been an unexpected development. The manager of the tavern came to find me. He complained of supply problems on the island, and a customs sergeant who is seizing his shipments from the continent. Clearly, neither we nor the palace gave any such orders.
You suspect that these seizures are being used to supply the contraband?
It's the only logical answer.
And you wonder if Egon is involved? Very well. I will find out. No, thank you.
Bueno, vale. Entonces nos surge otra segunda quest. Pues nada, lo vamos dejando por aquí, gente. Muchísimas gracias por ver el vídeo, por estar ahí. Y no se olviden que si quieren apoyar el contenido, pues tienen que hacerlo mediante la suscripción y un pequeño feedback a través de los likes y los comentarios en los vídeos. Así que nada, muchísimas gracias y nos vemos en el siguiente. Chao, 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 chao.